Welcome back to the Christian Bachelorette. My name is Jamie, and I'm your host. Today is episode 14, and we are talking about FOBO. Well, I'm sure almost everyone's heard of FOMO, fear of missing out. But what is FOBO? Fear of a better option. And I mean, it kind of sounds funny, but it's actually like pretty serious. I think that there is an epidemic of FOBO, fear of a better option. You know, I believe that online dating can be so beautiful. Most people meet online, but it's a catch-22. It's a double-edged sword because on one hand, where you can meet so many people, you can also get lost in indecision and fear of a better option. So you can go from, dating in a little pool to dating in an ocean, and that ocean should be a gift, but sometimes it's a curse. So fear of a better option. Let's take you back to Superman. Such a good man, all the right things, needle in a haystack. But then I started to notice something. He couldn't commit to a place to live. He was going from Airbnb to Airbnb, and it felt like he also was unsettled in his job. I started to see some similar FOBO signs. So, month 1, amazing. Month 2, I started to feel the distance a little bit. Month 3 is when we started to travel. And that's the thing is when you travel and you're dating and you're not in a relationship, it really tests if you're going to be in a relationship. It tests the communication. It tests how often you're going to go on dates. It's interesting. And I mean, at this point, I was not dating anyone else. I was not committed in a committed relationship to him. So we were not committed. We were not kissing, but I was only dating him. And I was excited. Again, needle in a haystack, but something started to not feel right. Have you ever heard of that metaphor? I'm sure you've maybe heard it in college or at a church sermon where there's like the big rocks and the little rocks. And it's, when you put all the small rocks in and then you try to put the big rock, you can't fit the big rock. But when you put the big rock in first, you can fill the jar with all the small things, all the small rocks. And for me, I started to feel like a small rock. Now, listen, I wanted him to put Jesus first. That's not what I'm saying. But what I was saying is I was getting the leftovers and I could feel it. I could feel the Peter Pan syndrome coming on, the not wanting to commit. But moreover, I could feel that he was afraid he'd get a better option. So when I shared how I was feeling, I thought we made it through the conflict, but we didn't. And, with FOBO, I think it's a disease and it's something that you can't cure. And, I really, really wanted this relationship to work, and not because I had dated so much. That could have been part of it. But because he was a needle in a haystack and I felt so seen and so encouraged by him. But what wasn't working, the whole pie, is I could feel his ambivalence, and that was painful. It didn't feel good to not have someone want to commit to you. So when it's now post 90 days and he needs more time, that was a sign. I need more time. Maybe I'm not ready. That's a sign. And then he called me and I knew. And he tried to do the hour conversation before breaking it off. But y'all, if you remember, I know that move. So I just cut it off. And I was right. And here's the thing is you can't cure FOBO. So I let him go in love and said, okay. Now, if you are dating someone and you have a sense that they have a fear of a better option, call it out and know that it's not about you. Know that you are more than enough. You are not too much. That's their stuff, and they got to take it to God. Now, if you are someone who struggles with phobo, be honest with yourself and then challenge yourself. Okay, that is it for today. We're going to end on my favorite verse, Ephesians 3:20. Never doubt God's mighty power to do the work in you and accomplish all this. He will achieve infinitely more than your greatest request, your most unbelievable dream, and exceed your wildest imagination. He will outdo them all, for his miraculous power constantly energizes you. I got to say it again. He will achieve infinitely more than your greatest request, your most unbelievable dream, and exceed your wildest imagination. He will outdo them all. Let's go, God. So today we talked about the disease of fear of a better option. Next week, we're going to talk about you have to date to get married.